So this is Nick. We are at Southampton Uni still, and we have got this lovely a drawn out person.
Doing my best Carol Baldwin for you all.
And we have been asking people to stick up stickers which they think represent how, you know, they would tell who would suffer from an eating disorder, what kind of stereotypes that we see in the media. I've asked Nick to put up all the stereotypes that he sees and that he thinks are always present when eating disorders are reported. He's going to talk you through those. Nick!
Right, over to me. So yeah, what I basically did here was put everything that I feel is reported most often in the media, in the features we see about eating disorders, and you can kind of see out of the amount of stuff we put down, and all of this is stuff that can feature in an eating disorder.
But it doesn't mean that it has to.
I know.
But it might.
All I could really pick out of it was this as a stereotypical assumption. To kind of go to the sociological roots of things, I think, you know, you automatically assume it's a white middle-class female because they're the ones that, you know, have the propensity to have an eating disorder, have the maintenance. Another big one I chose is the under 16s and the 16s to 25s because it's so often assumed, and whenever you see it in the media, it's the poor little skinny young teenage girl who saw a picture of a model in a magazine and decided that she was going to diet. Childhood trauma is quite often associated, and that's actually a very true fact. I think quite a lot of roots in eating disorders are emotional, relating back to childhood, but it's reported usually in such a way of the child had quite a privileged upbringing is usually the story we see, but followed by, because of the upbringing they had, it enabled them to indulge in this illness of vanity, which brings me to my next point, which is that everyone with an eating disorder is vain and is overly concerned about the way they look. I think the one big thing we forget is that eating disorders are very emotional conditions, and it's usually there as a coping mechanism to deal with the emotional side of things that someone feels. Eating less, obviously, because the only one that we ever see really portrayed in the media is anorexia. Weight loss, kind of the same thing. I left dry and pale skin up there because I think you hear a lot of people say, especially if you look at some of the reports of this year, of the girls that they've concentrated on being very gaunt and very ghost-like is something I often hear, so I left that up there. So that is what I think the media's representation of eating disorders is.
Thank you.